When I turned 18, I moved to Biloxi, Mississippi, and while I was there, I decided to get my license as a dental assistant. Um, I ended up working for a dental office. The name of it was McCabe Dental Clinic. Um, there I met our office manager. Her name was Molly. Molly was an amazing communicator. Every day we would come to work about 30 minutes earlier than what we needed to just to have a team meeting. And in that team meeting, Molly had the schedule printed out for each dental assistant that day with the patient's name, any allergies, the procedures, notes about like this patient is nervous, this patient needs this, etc. And by the end of each meeting, what she would do is she would give us time to let her know what we were thinking. Like if we had any problems, if we had any solutions to make things run better at the clinic. And she would really make eye contact with you. She would nod her head. She really let you know that she was paying attention to what you had to say, and it made you feel good that somebody was actually listening to you. Um, and with an incompetent communicator, my experience with that was with a dentist that worked in the same at that office. And he was just very hard to approach. So basically what happened in my experience is I had to fill in for his dental assistant that had worked with him for many years. She was obviously a lot faster than I was. She knew exactly how he liked to do certain procedures, exactly what he needed. I was just starting out. I was still learning, and so I was slower, and I was used to actually working with a different dentist at the office. That he did things totally different than this dentist I'm talking about. So when she went on maternity leave, I had to fill in for her, which was okay until I realized that he did not want somebody that was slower. He did not want somebody that needed, 5 extra minutes to be in the room with a patient to make sure that it was done right. So, if when we were in the middle of procedure, if I accidentally handed him the wrong instrument, instead of correcting me politely, he would just roll his eyes, let out the loudest sigh possible, and reach over me and grab the correct instrument. It embarrassed me. I didn't know what I was doing wrong because he wouldn't tell me. Um, it just made a very hostile work environment for me at that time. I was miserable. I had a lot of anxiety because I didn't know what to expect from him coming into work every day. He just didn't want me, you know. So the differences between Molly and Dr. McCabe is Molly really set the curve. She was there for you. She made sure you knew that your opinion was important to her. She did everything she could to make you comfortable, to be able to come to her and let her know what was going on. And you couldn't do that with him. You never knew how to approach him. You never knew what kind of mood he was going to be in that day. And it was just, it was the worst 8 weeks of my life working with that dentist. Now, I have learned a lot from Molly. I've taken a lot of what she did as far as letting people know that you're actually listening to them when it comes to the workplace and like their concerns, because I've had multiple different jobs now as an office manager, and she really set the curve for me. And I think what I took from her and what she taught me, not really taught me, but just the way she was, has really helped me run offices effectively. And I've had many people tell me like you are a great listener, and like I've never had anybody really sit down and listen to me and acknowledge my concerns about what's going on or what I needed and etc. So that is my experience with a competent communicator and an incompetent communicator. I never really knew how to put those two, like, how to describe the difference until I read the first chapter of the communication textbook. So I think this is going to be an interesting class, more interesting than I was expecting, and I look forward to reading everybody's comments about what they've been through and their experiences. And